For people who experience vertigo, dizziness, one of the most common things that people actually find is that when they have more stress going on, they feel so terribly much worse. You might be wondering, well, why is that? Now, a lot of times what people say is, oh, well, the problem is just stress. So all you need to do is change your diet, have less stress, do more meditation, mindfulness, different things like that. And all of this, yes, it's absolutely good, but that is only helping to treat the symptom. Any symptom a person experiences, there has to be some kind of an underlying cause. And what I want to share with you is one of the common physical causes that stress can aggravate if you're experiencing dizziness or vertigo. So, we're going to talk about the joints of your neck. Not too much anatomy here, but in brief, every single joint in your neck contains three kinds of sensory receptors. You've got receptors for pain, you've got receptors for proprioception that controls muscle tension and all that sort of stuff, and then you also have sensors that are responsible for pressure, what's called mechanoreception. And what's interesting about these particular cells is that they actually tie into the parts of the brain that are responsible, A, for your balance and equilibrium, but B, they also tie into a funny little area called the nucleus coeruleus. What's that? That is the area that's responsible for receiving your sympathetic nerve information. And your sympathetic nerve information is all about fight, flight, freeze. So what does that mean? It means that you can actually have a mechanical problem wrong in your neck, and it's transmitting information to your brain that your brain is not quite able to process properly. And as a consequence of that, you can start to feel both dizziness and also vertigo, but B, it can also amplify when you are under times of stress, because that nucleus coeruleus, it's going to be triggered anyway, and it starts to create a positive feedback mechanism where the stress makes the vertigo worse, the vertigo then makes the stress worse, that in turn works back around, makes the vertigo and the dizziness work. One of the things that's most important that I always remind people who experience dizziness and vertigo is that it's the abnormal person who experiences these awful symptoms but doesn't feel anxious about it. I mean, if you're having to fight every moment, not knowing, how well you're going to be able to move, coordinate, that you have every right to be feeling stressed about this. But what's very important is that we are not confusing cause and effect. Because when you start to do that, you can start to go down a pathway that, yes, can help you feel better, but may never truly resolve whatever that underlying condition is. And there's plenty of research out there that shows that when you have these very kinds of mechanical problems, they can be sending bad information to the brain, they can affect blood flow to and from the brain, and any and all combinations of these can show up as any number of different balance conditions, anything from dizziness, Meniere syndrome, or even oftentimes where people say, oh, I think you've had a virus of the inner ear. No, the nerve cells that go to your balance center of the brain, they come from your eyes, your inner ear, but also your neck. You can have a problem wrong with any one of these areas and still experience the same symptoms. So what I simply want to ask you this is here, is if you've been experiencing dizziness, vertigo, you've been to so many of the different specialists, you've had the CTs, the MRI scans, they're looking at your brain, and they're saying, we can't find anything that is pathologically wrong with you. I would ask, when is the last time anybody's had a specific look at the alignment of your neck and how that could actually be impacting the situation you're experiencing? And if the answer is, well, nobody's really done that, then what we'd ask you to do is simply go to our website, which is atlashealth.com.au. What you'll find are a huge number of resources, articles, videos just like this one, where we talk about the connection between the neck and how that can relate to dizziness, vertigo, but most importantly, how by having very precise care where we may be able to resolve some of these underlying issues, these underlying causes, we may be able to help you so that you can get back to enjoying the better quality of life that you really want. So check us out at atlashealth.com.au, and we will be delighted to help you in any capacity that we can. Thanks for watching this video.
For more information about upper cervical care, please call us on 3188 9329 or visit us at atlashealth.com.au.